Hi everyone, my name is Shara Karasic and I'm glad to see so many women in the room and also all the men. So I'm a former product manager and now I help non-technical people use AI to make their life better. So I'm going to go over some of the weekly briefs I've been creating lately, and then I'm also a writer, so I'll show you an app that I made for writers. So I created these weekly briefings using Claude CoWork, and you need the Claude desktop account, and you need to pay at least $20. To create the weekly briefing, you create folders on your desktop, about me, outputs, and templates. And then you build an about me markdown file where it will ask all about your business. And I could give you all the exact details later because I only have 5 minutes. So it will ask about your business, and then you build the skill with the Skill Creator app for a weekly brief. And so you can add any competitors, you can add how you want the output of the weekly brief, and then you can run your brief. So you can schedule it, for example, to run every Monday by just using a /schedule. And here I'm just going to show you a video of it running. So you can just say run weekly brief if you want to show it off. So this is a weekly brief for a fake life coach I use in my training courses called Nita No More. And so we made a list of a bunch of life coach competitors. It also looks at market trends, and it will come up with the weekly brief. So it gives us action items for the next week after looking at all the competitors and the market trends. So it's telling us that Katie Siever, who's another life coach, is running a structured 8-week content campaign. And so you can look at that and copy that or do something better. Words of the Princess is running a free bi-weekly webinar. So you get really good info about what your competitors are doing. And then you also learn that a lot of people are burnt out and there's an entry-level job crisis, so you could use those topics for your blog posts. Another weekly briefing I did is for an SEO GEO client. So we all know what GEO means by now, Generative Engine Optimization. For that, I created markdown files that included his keywords and reviews. And for this weekly briefing, we can take data from Google Search Console, and right now I'm adding it manually to a folder, but the next step would be to use a connector in order to have that automatically upload every week. So I get really good info about the competitors, and I also get next steps. I see how I'm doing for all of my keywords, and I get action items that are very, very specific. Fix this title tag, add a summer pricing call out to the homepage before June 11th. I mean, it's really super useful. Add dog hotel language, etc., etc. And if you run this weekly and you don't do the to-do items, it will remind you. Okay, so this is my app, Memoir Architect. So if you type in, I don't know, are any of you writers? Okay, good. It's LA, so of course there are some writers. I use my tech career to support my writing. So you type in what your memoir is about, and then you click Find Structures, and it will suggest the top 3 memoir structures for your memoir. So in this case, chronological, reverse chronological, thematic braided, and it'll show you a top memoir for each structure. This memoir is about a relationship between a Balinese man and an American woman in the 90s. So it shows some samples like Eat, Pray, Love and The Lover. And then you can also look at the top 20 memoirs by all the different structures. So check it out, memoirarchitect.com, and this probably took a half hour to create, so I was very thrilled by that. I was just testing out Lovable, so I ended up building it in there, but I'd love to probably scale it and move it later. Anyway.
Never know.
And maybe I don't need to, I don't know. Thank you very much. If anyone wants more info on the